Hi Leo, and welcome to your reading. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for you. What does Leo need to know? Oh man. What does Leo need to know? Right. Okay, one moment, let's see. What Spirit, I do not like doing that. If it's meant to come out, guide me to it, please. Side message. Okay, how to write. Spirit, please stop playing. You will feel. Oh, okay. That one. Which spot? Okay. That one. Side message. Okay, Spirit, just missing one card. What's the last thing Aries needs to know? Sorry, not Aries, Leo. What's the last thing that Leo needs to know? What's the last thing that Leo needs to know? This one? Okay, let's see what we have for you, Leo. Let's see what we have for you, Leo. We have emotions, the Queen of Earth, the Crown, intuition, the Six of Fire. I do not know if YouTube would allow me to show this card. We have integrity. Just in case, I'm just gonna leave you. Yeah. Nine of Earth and the Sage. Okay, let's see here. For your current energy, you have emotions, and I'm hearing you're well and balanced. You're not happy, you're not sad, you're not angry. You're not feeling down on your luck or coming from a place of lack. You're in complete harmony with who you are and how it is you're feeling. You don't let your emotions really rule you. Instead, you observe your emotions and understand the impact it can have on your behavior. Move accordingly. Okay. For the energy around you, you have the Queen of Earth. This is strange for the Queen of Earth. You have a nurturing but playful nature. At times you can be harsh or demanding. Okay, double-edged sword. What do you mean, Spirit? I'm hearing there's two sides you can be. Either you're the overbearing mother that tries too hard, doesn't know how to let go, and influencing a need of codependency in your environment because of your lack of restraint and allowing one to do for themselves. Okay, so in your environment, the energy around you, there could be a high level of codependency where people always need you or want you for something, but that stems from your behavior, but that could quite possibly either stem from your behavior or fuel your behavior of always being there for others and not letting others try to do things on their own and be as independent as they can. They're only as independent as you allow them to be. Okay. Oh, Leo, please don't come for the messenger. What's showing up as your weakness is you have the crone. Now, typically, the crone is someone who goes against the grain and stands out on their own. But the crone also reflects your elder, and which could be the grandmother aspect in the sense of where you either have the overly stern grandmother that's severely strict, or the grandmother that babies and hovers over and spoils and goes against the will of the parents. And what's coming up for you, Leo, is that you can be overbearing in an unhealthy way, in the sense of because the way this energy is coming off, you do everything for this other person, which is new to me when it comes to Leos. You cook, you clean, you're the provider, you're the caretaker. I don't know if there's someone else in the picture. Like if you're a parent and there's someone else in the picture, it's more of you're spoiling the heck out of that kid, and the other parent's like, why are you doing that? They need to learn. They can do it for themselves, and you're like, no, it's like Leo. But again, that's if you have children. That's what what I'm being shown if you have children. However, if this involves a friend or a family member, it's like you're always there for them. You're down for them 100%. But at the same time, if they don't need your service, if they don't need your help, you still show up 100%. They're grateful for the assistance, but it comes to the point where it's borderline. They're taking advantage of you because they know you're always going to be there. For others of you, the way this weakness is over here presenting as well is because Spirit is showing me more than one scenario. Because remember, this is a general reading, so it's not one size fit all. So Spirit is giving me different aspects to speak upon. For some of you, you could be encroaching on someone else's will, whereas they want to do things one way, but you know best. I'm still hearing you're going to take care of them, but you're going to do it in a way that makes sense to you, that you know will have the best results. And it's not that you're dismissing what they want, it's more of you know better. and your way is the better way. All right. For your present moment, you have the intuition card. And I'm hearing you're not listening to your intuition, you're going based off of ego. Some of you may not be fully aware of that. It's kind of like, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if they can't do it without me? What if they need my help? Your intuition is probably telling you to sit down, shut up, relax, let them figure it out for themselves, and you. For any Leos that resonate with this, I'm starting to be curious about what exactly you have in your chart, because this is new to me for a Leo. For you to be questioning your intuition and wondering how someone else can get by without you, in a sense, is a little egotistical, but at the same time, you genuinely are concerned that someone's going to have a hard time making it without you there to guide and assist them. You may be confusing your ego with your intuition, because your intuition is what is most likely telling. Wait, before I say that. Yeah, because your intuition is telling you to leave it alone, sit down, relax, take care of you, catch a movie. But anytime something like that comes up, like any kind of thinking of that way comes up, it's like, you're being lazy. You're not being a good friend. You're not being a good spouse. You're not being a good mother. You're not being a good father. You're not being a good caretaker. And your mind starts spiraling as what would happen if you weren't there. Now, based on the current energy that's coming up, which is weird, this is entirely weird. Because, as I said before, in your present moment, you see how your emotions are influencing your behavior, but now you have nothing but your emotions influencing your behavior. So you may be aware of what it is you're doing, you just don't know how to control it. Which is weird, because the present energy you're in, your current energy, you're not letting your emotions rule you, and yet your actions is something different. Your emotions do nothing but rule you. Yeah, I want to clarify all of this, because reading is coming across like it's contradicting itself. Now, based on the current energy that came up in this reading, there are 3 choices or courses of action you can take based on the current energy. The first one being 6 of fire. I'm hearing it's time to compromise. Not compromise yourself, but compromise in a situation. Your way is not the best way. Sometimes I have ideas too. So with this card, you may be listening to the opinion of another and understanding there's 2 sides of things. I'm also hearing, I just want to help. So someone may be sitting down and talking with you, letting you know that your help is not necessarily help, but sometimes a nuisance. And instead of being combative, sit down and listen. because there's two sides to every story. Just because yours is more positive than the others doesn't make it right. I'm also hearing that you're starting to see how you could have been wrong or unfair. Excuse me one moment. And we're back. Okay, the second choice or course of action you can take, you have the integrity card. I'm hearing put your money where your mouth is. If this is truly what you believe, how come you're not acting on it? You're going against the things you say and what you believe. If you want me to be more independent, how come you never let me do anything on my own? You say you value self-reliance, but the only person you rely on is yourself. Yeah, someone may be calling you out on your behavior. I don't know, that's probably why you currently are in the energy of understanding how your emotions influence your behavior, because like I said, you have nothing but emotion influencing your behavior and a little bit of thought. What if you take a break for a moment? Because not everything has to be done by you. Oh, I'm just about to say that. Why does everything have to be done by you? You're not the boss of everything. So yeah, with this one, it's both external and internal. For those of you it's external, where you do have people calling you out on your behavior, how you believe that people should be more independent, self-reliance. You could probably be saying that out of anger, but at the end of the day, they're throwing it back in your face like, you don't let me do anything. You don't do it right. Well, you don't let me try. How can I get better if you don't even let me try for myself? So someone may be throwing it in your face about how you're not letting them do anything, but at the same time be complaining that they're not independent and pointing out your hypocrisy. However, for some of you, this is internal, where you're not fighting with another person, you're fighting with yourself. I wish this person was more independent. How come they can't do this shit for themselves? It's so easy, but at the same time, you're becoming aware on your own that maybe they can't do it on their own because I'm always stepping in for them. What if I step back? And you're understanding that your actions are actually hindering self-growth for the other person, whether it be your child, your friends, a family member. And you're practicing what you speak a little bit more, like you're not throwing them into the deep end, but baby steps. You're letting them try to do things piece by piece on their own, breaking it into small tasks that you know for sure they can complete with minimal to no assistance, until they can actually move on their own. And I'm hearing, and so you can move with integrity. Practice what you believe. The last choice or course of action you will take, you have the Nine of Earth. Instead of being of service to others, let others be of service to you. Your cups ran dry, it's bone empty. Let someone make the effort of refueling it instead of you struggling to do it yourself and pouring from an empty cup. Now, usually I would hear that from a water card, not an earth card, but with the Nine of Air, it does speaks to active service and community, gives to others as you give to yourself. But if you're not able to give to yourself, you could be a little bit more selfish. Keep the little energy that you do have to yourself and see how long it takes for others to do for you when you're not able to do for yourself. Now, I feel like for some of you, this may be a struggle, especially if you're used to doing everything because, quote unquote, your way is the right way. And lastly, no matter what course of action you take or choice you may make, what you can expect over the next few weeks, you have the Sage card. I'm hearing you speak but have nothing to say. You teach the same lessons, you do the same work, you tell the same story over and over and over again, expecting a different result or the same level of enthusiasm that you got from the very first time. As the world grows and evolves, so too must you with it. So, crap. I'm tired. So the sage is usually someone that you come to for wisdom, advice. They're also one of the elders that you learn your traditions from. But with the sage card, it can also be someone. How best can I phrase this? Like, cause I understand what spirit is showing me, but at the same time, putting it into words is a different matter. It's coming across as if you're a sage that got lost with time. You know how to do things. You know how to pass along wisdom. But instead of passing along that sage sound advice, you're giving out information that no one can necessarily benefit from. Learn to tell the stories that are the most important and not the ones that have no meaning and are insignificant. So over the next few weeks, Spirit is mostly saying or advising you to actually share information that is actually of importance. If you want someone to do something, you first got to teach them how to do it instead of telling them how you did it. If you want them to be able to travel for their own, be good at speaking, give them advice, give them tips, give them useful information. Don't just give them a long-winded speech, a lesson on the speech that you gave like how many years ago, and expect them to extrapolate information from that. You actually have to teach them what it is they need to know to get the work done, to get the job done, and for being straightforward so they can actually learn the lesson. Alright, Leo, let's clarify this part, please. Spirit, let's clarify the spread. Wait. Crown. Environment. Wait. Intuition? Wait, main. The fine message, I'm not taking it. You know that. 6 the fire. Integrity. Main or side method? Side, no. Dang, I was hoping for one to come out for intuition. And you know what? Yeah, can I please clarify intuition as well? For intuition, I'm not doing side messages, Spirit. Not until the first week of August. Can we please clarify intuition? Because I don't want to know. I don't want to know what the heck is going on with Leo's intuition. And I'm pretty sure Leo wants to know too. Okay, Spirit. Leo. Spirit is being stubborn because even though it fell out, they said you need. It's a side message, not from the main spread. They don't want to hand over a card for intuition. Okay, for the Queen of Earth, you have transformation. The Crown, you have universe. 6 of fires, clarified by choose wisely. Integrity, clarified by solar plexus. Oh, this is a new one. The Sage is clarified by destiny. They don't often get that card. I'm hearing be the change you want to see in your environment. Your current environment is influenced by your behavior. Now, I don't think I said so earlier, but the Queen of Earth, this doesn't necessarily have to be a female. You can be doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, or non-binary. Some way, somehow, you are influencing the behavior in your environment. Your behavior is influencing the behavior in your environment. Now, with the transformation card coming out, yeah, what I originally said. You have to be the change that you want to see in your environment. If you want to see a lack of codependency, stop making it so easy. You have to be willing to let go of the reins and be the first to say, do it on your own before you can. I'm hearing things are going to get messy, but anyway, you have to be the first to say, do it on your own, try it on your own, take the first step before you will actually see the change in your environment or people around you, whether it be friends, family members, children, before they will actually start to gain an appropriate level of independence. If you're constantly doing things for them, and if you're bitching and complaining how everyone relies on you, it's because you make them rely on you by not giving them the chance to do it on their own. And now they're of the age where they should be doing it on their own, and they're not because they're used to having you do it. You want this to change, you have to change first. You have to be the first to say no, take the first step, do it on your own. It may not be perfect, but you have to be the one to tell them to change first in order for your environment to change along with you. Now, the crown is being clarified by the universe. So you may have been receiving messages already from your higher power that this is not the way to be. Okay, so that's probably why they didn't want to clarify intuition, because the universe card was already here. You may have gotten signs already, little hints. There may have been also little situations that came up that granted you the perfect opportunity to help someone do something instead of taking it over. But you missed your chance and completely took it over anyway. And like I said, which goes back to what I said earlier, with what the universe is showing me, if someone over here said that they could do it on their own, but your way is the best way, or your way is the right way, and you just did it how you're used to doing it, that could have been your opportunity to, instead of jumping the gun and no fear, taking on what it is they want, what it is they need done, just to support them in the system if and when needed. And you miss that chance. The universe is advising you to pay closer attention to your intuition. You know what you need to do. Stop taking the first step forward. You don't need to lead. Instead, learn to follow. If the parent says no, it's no. You shouldn't be going behind their back and saying something different. So yeah. For those of you who are parents and you're the one that's spoiling the out of your child because they're cute and adorable, or they're your first, or for whatever reason you're saying, and the other parent is looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing? You're being advised to get on the same page for the benefit of the child, co-parent, and come to an agreement on what's best and on how to raise your child. Now, this is not me giving advice or saying what you should or should not be doing as a parent, just that the universe has been sending you messages for some time, to the point where you know and recognize the signs, You just haven't been following the instructions that's been given to you. But apparently this coincides with this. Your intuition has been telling you to sit down, shut the up, take a breather, let people handle it on your own. The universe is basically telling you to listen to that gut feeling because it's not wrong. It's not you being selfish. It's not you being lazy. It's you putting yourself first, taking care of you, while allowing others to have the space to take care of themselves by themselves, with you as a backup if need be. The Six of Fire is clarified by choose wisely. I'm hearing pick and choose your battles. You're not right about everything. Just because your way is the best way for you doesn't make it so for everybody else. I'm hearing not all battles are worth the loss of a friendship. So if you do have someone that's challenging you, you're being advised to listen to what they say. Don't be so argumentative. Pick and choose your words with care, because apparently your behavior could have lost you some friendships, or you're about to lose a friendship. Especially if you think that you're always right and that others should be grateful for your help, because sometimes your help or your helpful advice isn't all that helpful. It's helpful for you, but not for the next person. Now I can flip it over. But yeah, integrity is being clarified by the solar plexus. Now, solar plexus is third chakra up. Usually speaks to your energy. I'm hearing the question, how have you been devoting your time? How have you been devoting your time, and who have you been devoting it with? I'm hearing you're wasting time on the wrong thing. Not time, you're wasting your energy on the wrong things. Oh, no. I did hear spirit correctly on that one. You're wasting your time on the wrong things. You're using your energy poorly and unfairly on things that don't require your time, attention, and focus. Your energy is better spent embracing your beliefs and following through. The way that spirit is clarifying is that, how best to put it into words? You're basically spending your energy to contradict what you're saying. Like, you're someone who believes in self-love first, but you're pouring all your heart, attention, focus, and energy onto another person, hoping that the more you give to them, they'll start to give to you. But if you believe in self-love first, then how come none of your energy is being spent on self-love? If you're someone who believes in self-reliance and independence, how come you're using all your energy to make them codependent? Your words don't match your actions. Your energy is better suited to bring your words and your actions into alignment with each other, instead of contradicting what you say. like I said earlier, for some of you that may be a challenge, but at the end of the day, you did still have the Sage card for what to expect over for the next few weeks. And Spirit did clarify what they meant with what they didn't do with the Sage card with the Destiny. I'm hearing it's not your destiny to do onto others for the rest of your life. You're a caretaker, supporter, someone people can rely on. But who are you if you are not those things? You're still a caretaker, supporter, but in a different fashion. The support isn't what you teach, not how you teach it. So you may be identifying yourself based on the things that you do, and without it, you don't know who you are anymore. If you're a caretaker, you're supposed to be taking care of somebody. If you're a teacher, you're supposed to be teaching them what it is they need to know, but at the same time, how can you care for them or teach them if you're not alright. What Spirit is basically trying to get at is if you care for somebody, show your care not by taking care of them how you see fit. Like, alright, so I'm just gonna say it exactly how Spirit is showing me. Cause you know the old adage, you teach you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach him how to fish, he eats for a lifetime. You don't show somebody you care by doing it for them. You show somebody that you care by teaching them how to do it for themselves, because you're not always going to be around. You're not always going to be there to do what it is that needs to get done. You don't teach them by catching a fish for them and having them watch how you do it. You teach them by giving them the instructions that they need to do it themselves. That's how you This how you choose your bait. This how you'll attach the bait to the hook. This how you'll cast the fishing rod. You teach them what they need to know by actually having them do it themselves, practicing, developing their skills so they can actually take care of themselves on their own. That's basically what Spirit's trying to get at. You define yourselves by what it is by how you care for somebody or how it is you teach them, but are you really caring for them or teaching them if you're doing it themselves and expecting them to catch on by watching you to learn? If this is truly your calling, so be a caretaker and teacher for others, then allow them the space to do it themselves and apply what it is you've actually taught them. Show them how much you care by embracing the fact that you're not always going to be there and having them do the work. Yeah, that came out so much easier for me to channel with as a fishing analogy. But anyway, Leo, that is what I have for you. And I do hope you enjoyed this reading and possibly gained some insight. If you did, please do hit the like and subscribe button, as there will be more videos to come. I will see you in the next one. Bye, Leo.